If you are serious at all about wanting to fight back against the evil system, that means you have to abandon all preconceived concepts about money. That is the chain. It's the collar. That's the cage. You have to live without money. No, you gotta think. What do you need? Do you need food? Is there ways to get food without money? Yes. Do you need shelter? Is there ways to get shelter without money? Yes. All of the things that you need, you can provide for yourself if you are willing and able. These things that cost every month, these debts that we have, the mortgage, the death grip, the 30, 40-year mortgage, that's against God. Usury, debt, come on now. When you pay for your utilities every month, well, a lot of people, that's why they work, is because, I gotta pay my rent, I gotta pay my water bill, I gotta keep the internet or my car insurance. Well, if you didn't have these reoccurring debts every month, would you have an obligation to keep going to a job that you hate? Kids in college will rent an apartment or a house or something, and they'll put 5, 6 people in there, 7, 8 people, right? Airline stewardesses, flight attendants, and all that, they get like hotel rooms and fancy apartments and condos because so many of them are commuting that they'll pay dues and they'll have a rented room waiting for them in a fancy city. If something in your life is more important than being in a stationary spot with a wall and a moat around it and a flag, so like if you have conviction or goals or aspiration, ambitions, if there's something that you want to do, then you don't mind bunking up with other people. You don't mind unconventional living. Let's say you're a successful guy. Let's say you're retired. Let's say, you're a Vietnam vet, okay, and your house is paid off. You got everything going. You don't really have want for much, right? You get all your retirement and everything, and you're like, well, how do I stem the tide of commies, and how do I fight this creeping Israeli influence, and how do I support white Christianity and whatever else Well, who says you couldn't put bunk beds in your garage and take people in so that they're not paying for rent, right? I'm not going to say all landlords are Jewish, but if these guys are adamant, serious, zealous, right? If they're integral, if you believe in your community, then these guys should be okay to be in your garage. And then if they mess up, then you beat their ass and you kick them the fuck out. Because we're not supporting crooked law enforcement. If we really believe in our own community, guess what? We enforce it ourselves. So that means we have to be able to trust the members of our community, and we also need to police our own community. Another scenario. Well, let's say you have a job and you hate it, and you know a couple other guys and they hate it, and you're single, right? Well, fuck all that noise. Go find a piece of land, go live on that, and all work together in one vehicle, one van, go to town and be like laborers. Dude, you can get pouring asphalt, roofing, tarring, fixing swimming pools, landscaping. They don't care what color you are. If 5 or 6 guys show up in a pickup truck with some rakes and shovels, they'll fucking hire you. And then guess what? That land is paid off. You guys are learning how to build your own house, establish communities. Go from there. Well, what about families? Well, I have a wife, or I have a kid, or I have, all these commitments. Well, how important are they to you? Do you want your children growing up in a safe environment? What is a safe environment? Is it a white picket fence? Is it a 2-car garage? Or is it amongst people that have the same beliefs as you? Would you rather have a big, fancy, expensive house? Or would you rather have neighbors that want to bond and form a family community? Why not both? Start creating the system that you want to live in, because the system that we are in right now is not run by us and is not for our betterment. It is not to help us. Start growing inside this crooked system the true moral system, the ideology that you want, and spread it in your own means. Get rid of 5G and all that stuff, man. Go back to pagers, go back to postcards. Forget getting anything delivered to your house. Get a bicycle, man. Meet at clubhouses. We lost. There is no uprising. The war is over. America's an open-air prison. Israel is our warden. We are the golem for the rest of the world, and soon you'll see they're going to smash us up against commies and Muslims and all that. It's going to be brutal. But if there is a Christian infrastructure of like-minded, freedom-loving, escape the debt, escape usury, escape Zionism, and they are self-supporting, self-encouraging, and self-improving, then doesn't that seem like the solution that we all seem to be asking for?